الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. So we just have our Thanksgiving holiday. So I would just like to talk about the concept of gratitude or shukr in our deen. So gratitude or shukr is a central premise in our deen. It is vital to the well-being of a believer both in this life and in the hereafter. In the past 20 years, there have been a lot of scientific studies showing the benefits of shukr or gratitude and how it fosters positive thinking and positive thoughts. This was not appreciated before. This is all like research in the past 20 years. So there are two aspects of gratitude. One is the experience and the other is the expression. So we all have been provided with an unlimited number of blessings. And what does that make human beings feel grateful? There's two things have to happen. First thing is when you're given something valuable, and the second is when it's also unexpected, when it happens without asking for it. Let's come to the ayat of the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها إن الله لغفور رحيم. So if you count the bounties of Allah, you cannot count them all. So for somebody to feel the experience of gratitude, two things as I mentioned. First it has to be something valuable. So everything that is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is valuable just by its nature. And it has to be unexpected too. So all these blessings that we have, they're not we didn't ask for those. So we can take it, for example, for just being created. So none of us make the dua for being created. We're not even around for that. So and we can take multiple examples. The heart that is beating without any reminders. And the greatest blessing of all is the faith or iman. And for some of us, like we got it later in life. For a lot of us, it's like by birth. So without any effort, we got this blessing of iman. So coming back to the ayah, so if you were to count the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you won't be able to do so. So the modern day experts in gratitude say that if you cannot find anything to be grateful for, just think about the present moment. Just be grateful for that present moment. And even that one moment is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. There's a book called Thanks 1,000. It's a book regarding gratitude. It's one of the New York Times bestseller. So in this, the author, he decided to thank everybody for like a cup of coffee in the morning. So he took a journey and he thanked everybody in that process. He either thanked the individually or wrote letters to everybody in that chain that provided them one cup of coffee. So he reached about like 1,000 people, and he wrote that book on that. So that was a non-Muslim who wrote that book, but for us, like, who controls everything? So we have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to thank for everything. And if we just focus on our own blessings, we would have no time to do any comparison, like why this person has more wealth. So the same theme of experience, there's another ayah of the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد. So the background of this ayah is when Musa was able to cross the river with Bani Israel, and the Pharaoh and his forces were drowned. So the people of Musa, they're safe, they're in open land, but they have like no shelter, no food, no water. So they're safe from the enemy, but they're still suffering, they're still in adversity. And that is when the Musa addresses people. So the translation is, وَإِذْ تَعَدَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. So recall the time when your Lord declared, وَإِذْ تَعَدَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ, your Lord declared, لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. So if you're grateful, then I will surely increase you. So Musa is telling them when they were having a difficult time. So instead of telling them to be patient, he's telling them to be grateful. لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. So if you're grateful, then most definitely. So there's a lot of like emphasis in the Arabic language in this sentence. So there's a lam and a nun, therefore like emphasis. So meaning most definitely, without a doubt, that I will surely increase you. And it's just like a guarantee. If you're grateful, then I will increase you. And then increases is not open. So it could be increase in anything and everything. Anything and everything that is beneficial for you. So it could be just I will increase you in wealth or health or reward in the hereafter, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left it open. So if you're grateful, then I will increase you. I will surely increase you. There's a guarantee attached to that. And then this increase is left open. And now there is scientific research in the past 20 years showing the benefits of gratitude, which includes improved physical health, in terms of like lowering the blood pressure, low risk of substance abuse disorders, lowering the stress. That's improved physical health, and improved mental health, less anxiety, depression, improved self-esteem, makes you more patient, improves social relationships. These are all like scientific research has proven that. And the Quran has said it like 1400 years ago. So there is no end to how this benefit can be derived from gratefulness. So that was the expression, that was the experience, and now I'm coming to the expression of gratefulness or gratitude. So in terms of expression, according to the great scholar of the 14th century, Jumah Khutbah, he's a leading scholar of Islamic spirituality. So he mentions that there's three ways to express gratitude. First is through the tongue. First is through the heart. So being content with the degree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to be happy with whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will. To say that like I'm Yusuf, Allah, as long as you keep me a believer, I am fine with that. So that is the first level of gratitude, is through the heart. Second level is through the tongue. To say the thanks like morning and evening through our adhkar, like the adhkar of like waking up in the morning. Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana ilayhi nushur. So thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us life after that, and also the du'as or the adhkar that you recite after eating. Alhamdulillah alladhi at'amana wa saqana wa ja'alana min al-muslimin. So these are the adhkar that we do with our tongue, and these are like saying thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in its experience of gratitude. And then also not to complain to people, but it's okay to complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to make things easy. That is the experience through the tongue. And then there's the experience through the limbs, or through the body, the rest of the body, by doing more ibadah, like the salah. Our 5 daily prayer is a means of saying thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing that He has given to us. So Prophet ﷺ used to pray long hours until his feet would swell up. And Aisha would ask, like, why do you have to stand so long? So you've already been forgiven. Then his answer would be, shall I not be a grateful slave? So he wanted to express the gratitude. So this is one of the best ways of expressing is through our ibadah. And then on the same theme of the expression is thanking the means, thanking the people. It's come in the authentic narration. Abu Hurairah narrated that Prophet said that whoever does not thank people has not thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So thanking people is like thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how do we thank people? Is by, we have our own saying of Jazakallah khayran, which is, it's a beautiful dua, meaning that I cannot pay you back, but it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you in a much better way. And thanking people keeps those social relationships intact and strong, like social bonds, social connections is the best predictor of longevity, and it's been shown in a long Harvard study. And also we have been told to recite the dua for the thankfulness after every prayer. This also comes in a famous hadith which is Sahih. Mu'adh bin Jabal radiallahu anhu reported that Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam took me by the hand and he said, "O Mu'adh, I swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I love you." Then he repeated, "I swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I love you. O Mu'adh, I advise you not to forget supplicating after every prayer by saying, O Allah, help me remember you, to give thanks to you, and to worship you in the best manner." So, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. So after every prayer, we have been advised to recite this dua. So Allah, help me remember you, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika, and to give thanks to you, and wa husni ibadatik, and to worship you in the best possible manner. So I pray that we understand the concept of gratitude, the experience of it, and the expression of it, and be among the people of shukr. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما إن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وأقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع مجيب الدعوات. اللهم اجرنا من النار، اللهم اجرنا من النار، اللهم اجرنا من النار. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I have a quick few announcements. The expenses for the HVAC system that we have placed, the balance remains of $2,900. If you can find it in your hearts, donate generously, please. We also have the food pantry going on. We can definitely use volunteers throughout the week. Please contact me for any information. And another thing is, we need some volunteers today and tomorrow. We had one of the walls that collapsed. We produced some bricks. We need to remove them from the truck. If anybody can help us after Namaz or anytime today or tomorrow, be much appreciated. I see a very large gathering today. I'm very pleased to see this many people. Please try to find it in your time, in your schedule, to make as many times as trips that you can to the mosque, to pray namaz. We're open for 5 daily prayers. Please join us. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.